everyone, it's Sharon and I am here on Facebook Live. So I have some fun techniques to share with you guys today, and I am going to be modding my own show. So hopefully we will be able to answer all your questions. So I know I'm popping my head. My screen's over here so I can catch questions that you guys have. We are going to be playing with a really fun new product. Let me grab it real quickly. So this is a stencil, and if you guys love stencils, this is a brand new type of stencil that we just came out with. Hello everyone joining in. It's a stick and style stencil, so it's sticky, and we're going to be pairing that with tons of different art mediums. So let's go ahead, and I like to give a couple minutes for you guys to get the notification that we are here and we're live. All right, so this is one of the projects that I created with the stick and style stencil, and what you'll notice that's really unique is that the stencil can be bent all the way around these corners, and you really can't do that with a traditional stencil. So that's just one of the fun things to do with these new stencils. All right, I am gonna scroll the camera down. Give me a second here and flip this around. All right, so now we have our workspace here. Hey guys. All right, I try to say hello in the beginning and then I'm gonna get involved, I know, and I'm gonna miss some of your comments, but I will go back after the show and try to answer any questions that you guys have. Let me know where you are from. That would be really fun. I like seeing where everyone is tuning in from around the world. All right, I need to clip this up and then the shaking will stop. Yay. All right, might have to adjust this just a little bit. Let's see where we're sitting with this. How's that? Are we crooked? Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and get it to focus better. Sometimes when you first set it down, that camera does not want to focus. So let's see if we can get it. How's it look on your end? So I have a lot of fun techniques. So the show is gonna be jam-packed with really cool techniques. So we're gonna pull out all kinds of different Prima products to play with. So again, hello to everyone. I'll move my cute little tray. I love that thing. We are going to start with, I'm just going to show you a couple different finished projects just to show you that this product can be used on any surface, just about any surface, and it works well if you're using a rounded surface, a square surface. It wraps around. You're doing furniture, this stuff will go vertically on walls and stick. So you know the major problem with stencils is they don't go around corners, and stuff leaks behind them. Not with these, because these will stick to any surface you put them on, and then you just apply your medium on top. Look at that. And nothing can get behind that design. The designs are gorgeous. I have 4 of them here today that we'll be going through. And this one's one of my favorites just because I love flowers. And I feel like the design doesn't have a hard edge. So it works really well for a bunch of different things. So this is what the box is like. This is Cornell Garden. It's a stick and style stencil roll. That's a mouthful, huh? And then it shows you the design on the side. So we have lots of different designs. Again, I believe there are 6 and I only have 4 today, but that's plenty to show you the variety. There's also like a Casablanca tile, and which other one am I missing? I'll think of it. It might be another floral. Okay, so we will be playing with all of these today. We will be working with Finnabair's Art Mediums, Redesign Art Mediums, Art Philosophy, and Prima products. All right, are you guys ready to dig in? Okay, and again, if you have a question, post it. If I miss it live, I'll go back and answer once, you know, the show is done. And this will be taped, so it will be available on Prima Marketing's page under the video section once it uploads there. Alrighty. Okay, so here's our stick and style stencil. And the first thing I'm going to do is just show you some finished projects. Now, I like to just play around on tags because I think they give you a great surface to play with. So that's why I'm saying these techniques go from simple to complex, but they're so usable on different craft genres. Tags, cards, your personal travel journal, if you do planners, this is a cute way to put some color and some pattern that won't rub off. Okay, and I'll share what this product is. These don't rub off at all, and you can, you know, create so many different designs. Now, I demoed this at Creativation and again in Germany, so I have a lot of finished samples for you. Some I just blended 2 or 3 different colors, and these are all of our waxes. So if you haven't played with the Prima waxes, there are Redesign Waxes and Finnabair's Waxes. And they are similar products, but created for different purposes. And I'll show you both of them. I think the wax is the easiest way to add a little bit of color and pattern. It's flat, it's a bit shimmery, and it will not rub off. Once this dries, it's sealed, okay? So look at all those fun different samples. Hoping the camera can catch those. There's just a bit of glimmer in there. Hey everyone, let us know where you're from, and then if you like a particular color palette on these, holler, because I'm going to create a couple right now. So first thing we want is I do have Redesign Decor Wax. Now, to do this project, you don't have to get that. You can use Finnabair's waxes. And these are, so you can see the difference in the size. Let me get, that's how it comes packaged. Here they are, boom and boom. So Finnabair's are a bit firmer, the wax is, and it's made for mixed media. It's made for lots of fun techniques. And the Redesign, I think, is a bit softer, and there's more in the tin, so the price will reflect that, of course. And it's softer, I feel, so it can glide onto bigger surfaces easier. Okay, and there are stencil brushes. I have some Finnabair stencil brushes, but Redesign has bigger ones made for furniture, of course. So we're going to use both of the waxes and mix them today. The Fin brushes come in large, medium, and small. You can get 3-packs or 2-packs. They're great to have. Get at least a 3-pack so you're not constantly cleaning your brushes when you're making projects. Okay, so we have our brushes, we have our waxes, and this is just watercolor paper. Prima has it in tons of different size pads in their Art Philosophy line. So I use the, hang on right here, 8.5 by 11, and you get 20 sheets. So I cut each sheet into 3 different tags. So that one pad will give you 60 tags to play with. Okay, we don't need to stick our paper down. I'm just gonna move some things so I have more room to play, because I have a whole tin of waxes. Look at this. Okay, seriously, this is like playground heaven here. And again, if you've never tried mixed media, you've never tried waxes and these scare you, hopefully after you see how easy these are, you're gonna wanna get a couple and play with them. All right. Okay, so what we have is, I'm just gonna pull out, let's start with a couple of the Finnabair. They're smaller. Now, these colors are new from her January release. Not sure all of them will get on camera. I think there are 9. Okay, and we're just gonna go ahead and mix different colors, so. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. It's so fun. Basically, let's prep our tag first. We're gonna set it down here. Am I on camera all the way? Okay. We're gonna take our Stick and Style stencil, and if you haven't noticed, I've been peeling it up and sticking it back down. It is repositionable and it's reusable. So what we want to do is cut off a section, which I should have probably taken a scissors. We want it just slightly larger than the tag, okay? And that's gonna hold your project down right there. I'm gonna grab my scissors. Now, the rolls we have right now are quite long. They were made for furniture, of course, and DIY use. So you can easily cut these up and share them with a friend because you can reuse these pieces so many times. Now, I was demoing these, and I would say I reused them 7 to 10 times, depending on what I put on them. Waxes you can use easier or more, and really thick mediums, I would say maybe 6-7 times. It also depends on what you stick this on. If you're sticking it on something that has a lot of fiber, it's going to pull a little bit of that up with it every time. If you're sticking it on metal and glass, you should be able to reuse these over and over and over again. So they're great. Some of the benefits, if you own a store or you're teaching classes, you don't have to clean these stencils if you don't want. You don't have to share them with other people. I've taught where everyone's waiting on the same stencil, and that can really slow down your class. Sorry, it's getting a bit fuzzy when I open these. So, sorry about that. I'm gonna open some more over on this other side, and as I play with these, I'll tell you what colors I'm using. So these are all the new Finnabair waxes from the January release. They're adorable. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the colors. How are we doing? I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you, and I apologize. I talk quickly. I am a northerner originally, so I can speak really quickly, and I do throw a lot of information out, so I'll try to catch comments, and I will try to answer questions if I get a chance to. Okay, so we're gonna start. I think we'll just start with some purple and some blue. Now, if I'm doing an ombre effect and I'm blending these colors, not necessarily ombre, more blending, I'm not gonna necessarily clean my brush in between because I want to blend these colors together. So let's start with, and again, here's the tip. Start with your lightest color and then go to your darkest color, just so your brush doesn't get so dirty and you don't contaminate all the waxes. So I'm gonna grab a little bit, I think, of this Sweet Rose. Okay, and you can grab it straight out of the tin, but use your lid, which I could have just done that because look how much is in there. You really don't even need that much. That's a lot of wax on there because it's not gonna soak into this stencil. It's gonna glide around. The stencil actually has a slick surface on the front, so your art mediums are going to slide off and you're not gonna waste any. Look at that. There is no wax on that stencil. It only went into where the design is. So that was the Sweet Rose, and I think, now if you want to clean your brush in between, you would just get paper towel and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick, I think, Indian Pink. Let's see if we have any. Yeah, we can use what's on the cover. Maybe dab a little bit out. And I mix in the cover. I don't contaminate my whole pot that way. But you can mix on any shiny surface. If you're using packaging, you can go ahead and do that. And I reuse my packaging all the time, so I'm not just tossing that plastic into the trash. I use it for my art procedures and techniques, and then I get more use out of it. All right, that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go right into the electric violet right now. I have some in the lid, so how cool is that? I am overlapping just a little bit, and I might have to go back and overlap some more because I'm not sure I blended these. My hand's getting in the way, I know. I want just a bit more bold on that edge right here. Oh, that looks really cool. I like that. So I'm gonna blend down just a bit, and I think that's good. I think I like that. We didn't get as much of the Indian pink. We got more of the two colors on the ends, but I think that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is just pull this up. So I'm working on a glass mat, which I think is great because I can just wipe everything off. And this is not gonna pick up any residue from that glass mat, unlike working like on paper. So here comes the magic. We're gonna just peel this off. Look at that. There's no seepage, there's no leakage. The design is sharp and clear. And there you go. That is your first tag that used the Finnabair Waxes and this redesign with Prima stencil. Now, I don't need to throw this away. What I do is I just stick this on the side of my work surface. With the waxes, you don't even need to clean it unless you're going to use it right away. If you want to clean it, wipe it with a wet wipe or a paper towel. But with the waxes, they seal themselves, so it's not going to transfer in about 10-15 minutes. It's totally dry and sealed. So I'm going to just stick that on the side of my surface, and we're going to go ahead and play with another tag. Did you guys like the wax technique? Now, this is one I would use in my planners and PTJs. In fact, I have one. Hang on, I need to grab it. I have the watercolor insert. All right, so this is for our PTJs. This is the watercolor insert. I mean, seriously, how fun would this be to go add some shimmery color and design into your journals? Oh my gosh. So I just touched it after I got wax on my fingers, but it's okay. Let's pick a new design for this one. I'm trying to think which one would be really cute. I almost like the floral because it has a free edge and it would look really cute in here. All right, I'm getting this one. It has cabbage roses, and see how the edge is more defined? So I think what I'm gonna do, hang on just a second. I need like triple the workspace. Anybody else have that problem? I'm trying to show everything and I need just a little bit more space here. So what I think I'm gonna do is put this on the edge like that. Oh, that's cute. So I just get, now I can't even tell if I'm straight or not, but the cool thing is if I'm not straight, I can totally just pick it back up and reposition this because it's repositionable. So there, I cut off just a tiny little part and it isn't straight. And that's the cool part. Look at this. It peels right back off. I'm just gonna try and get it straighter this time. So press it down so you don't have any air bubbles behind. That's going to give you the best results with that clean, sharp edge. And this time we're going to pick a different color. If I see color requests, I could probably go there and do that with you guys. What about the blue family? Let's do that one. So I'm going to start with this baby blue, which I already wiped on the other side. It's, gosh, I got paint and stuff all over my waxes. Blue Lagoon. So we're just going to take a little bit of that Blue Lagoon. And there's enough in the cover. Look at that. And we'll just start over here. Now, it has a nice edge to it, so you don't go over with your product, okay? I mean, you can't be super messy, but it gives you enough of an edge so that you're safe. And then next, I want to pick up Old Denim, okay? This is really cute. I love this color. There's a ton in the lid, so I'm just going to grab a bit of that. Probably way too much. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Look at that. So I went into the Blue Lagoon just a little bit, so it has a bit of area for that tone on tone to blend together. And next I'm gonna grab the turquoise. Oh my gosh, it's peacock. It's so cute. Let me actually show you the tin. Look at this. I think this may be the color I was most excited to get. I just think the color is so pretty. Now my brush is a bit contaminated, so again, if you wanted to clean it in between, you totally could, but I don't think that's really necessary because I want it to flow together. I'm lightly blending down into that denim. Okay, so these are products available from Prima Marketing. People are asking. There are tons of online stores. Support your local store if you have one, please, because they put so much effort into educating and helping us. If you can't find them there, you can definitely search online, look up Prima and Waxes, and they will pop up at a lot of different stores. Look at this. And what I especially love, because I did it on the side, is that clean edge. How cute is that? So yeah, you can put these in your Prima journals. You can put them in your Prima planners. Doing that wasn't my original idea. I met Sophie in Germany and gave her some of these, and she's on our planner team, and she did this, and it was brilliant. So, I mean, I've been using them on tags and canvases and other paper type products, but I haven't done them in a planner till I saw her do that and went, oh, that's brilliant. Let's hope this just went straight. I don't think it is. I just have this problem with not going straight today at all. Thank God you can peel these right back up. Seriously, I swear I can't. It's just not gonna go straight for me today. But that's okay. You guys are gonna have perfect results. Now you see, I didn't clean it, so some of that blue is transferring if I rub it. You could totally just clean it in between and not have that problem. Okay, so I know we did blue on one side. I don't think I'm gonna do blue again. I think I'm gonna switch to a different color just to show you some more of Finn's color choices. So we've done like the purple and pinks and the blues. Why don't we switch over? We have the green we haven't done. So we have, let's see, Mint Sparkle. Firebird is seriously amazing. Oh my gosh. Which other one didn't we do? Heather? Maybe Heather. I don't know. There's so many and they're all gorgeous. So maybe we'll just do 2 this time. It depends on, we'll get playing and I don't know what we're gonna end up with. But that's kind of the fun of working with this. So we have Finn's Wax, Finnabair, it's Mint Sparkle. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you know, we're probably gonna pick up a little bit of that blue in there, so that's kind of cool. You're gonna make your own custom wax colors here. Now I'm gonna just clean my brush out a tiny bit because I'm going into a different color family. And all you need to do is rub your brush on paper towel. And that's why it actually is nice to have 2 or 3 brushes. So you don't have to clean if you don't want. You can pop in between them. Oh gosh, Firebird is so pretty. I love it. I'm gonna blend into that mint just a little bit more. What should I do on the top? I feel like it needs a 3rd color because that's kind of like what I'm going with. I didn't do Heather. I guess. I don't think that will really match well. Let's do a little bit of old denim. I feel like the old denim is gonna work. If it doesn't, it's okay. It's just paper, right? And this is the watercolor insert for the Prima Traveler's Journals. And you can get these, again, it's a Prima product. So wherever Prima's sold, oh no. Did we go okay? Are we still live? I just want to make sure we're still going here. My screen just stopped. Let me know if we're still okay. I'm hoping. Can you guys still see it? Are we good? Okay. I don't know, my screen just totally froze on me. Panic when you're live and that happens. Okay. All right. Everyone says we're good, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this up. You see, with a little bit of that extra on the side, it holds your project in place too. And you just go ahead and peel this baby up. I love it. Oh my gosh, I really like the old denim next to the Firebird. I think those look great together. Look at that. So just an idea for your PTJ or your planner. Now, if you're working on super thin paper, what I would do is not use a fresh piece of this or touch it with your fingers so it's not as tacky. The thinner the paper, the stickier it's going to be on it, and you don't want it to tear, of course, or make it fragile in any way. So once my used pieces dry over here, they'd be perfect for using on really thin paper. All right, that's just one idea. How long do these last? The waxes, oh my gosh. Well, we demoed with these waxes at Phoenix and again in Germany, and there were 2 of us demoing with them, and there's tons left. We're demoing multiple hours a day. I'm not sure if that was your question, but these will last a long time. They don't dry out. I've never had a wax dry out at all, but once these actually dry on your project, they do seal themselves. Okay. It takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It depends on how thick your application is before the wax will dry. If you're putting it on metal or glass or a shiny surface, it will take a bit longer. I let those set overnight. And let me just show you. I'm going to pop these off. I have a glass jar that I did for Christmas, and I put candies inside. So I used the Stick and Style on the lid, and I'm not sure if that is clear. Can you see that? I also put it on the sides, and we could totally do that today. I might do that with the Redesign Waxes. These stencils are called Stick and Style stencils. They're redesigned with Prima. Stick and Style stencil roll. Let me get a new pattern. So this is Calypso. And I'm just gonna roll this around the jar because you can put these on glass, you can put them on wood, you can put it on metal. The wax will work beautifully on any of those surfaces. Okay, this will take, you know, I'm really not going straight today, so I'm wondering where I will end up on the other side. But it's okay. You can reposition these, so if you mess it up and you go really crooked, you are just going to peel it off and try again. All right, let's get enough of this so that we can roll it nicely. So this is Calypso Lattice. It's a really, really cute design. One of my favorites. And I did cut off too much. It's okay. We're gonna just bend this around. It almost matches up perfectly. And of course, it depends on the size of the project you're doing, what you're wrapping it on, whether it's gonna line up perfectly or not. But this is really close. All right, so what I wanna do is just kind of stick up these edges a little bit so I get a nice crisp end on this. These are called Stick and Style Stencil Rolls. They are by Redesign with Prima, which is just one of our offshoots. They're by Prima, so if you search Stick and Style Stencil Roll, you should be able to find all of our designs. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick Redesign Wax this time. Now, like I said earlier, Redesign Waxes are similar to the Finnabair Waxes. They were created to be used on large projects, furniture, DIY. So they're a bit softer and you get more in the tin. And the colors are more home decor friendly. Okay, so I picked a bolder color. Let me see. Okay, actually, let me show you a couple of the colors that I have. Oh my gosh, some of these are just brilliant. This Milky Way is one of my favorites. So I thought I would pick the Gravity though. Look at that. It will show up nicely on this jar. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get some in the lid here. And again, you don't want too much, and I probably have a little bit too much there. And we're just going to start applying it to the jar. Now, one thing I should have said is if you're using a slick surface, wipe it with an alcohol wipe or like rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol first. It will get all the grease off because you know grease on metal and wax or glass, the wax won't want to stick as well on that. So I usually clean the surface really well, let it dry, and then go in with my wax and apply it. It doesn't look like it's really gonna stick or anything, but when you peel this off, your glass is gonna have this frosted look that's really cool. And I would let this dry for at least a day. You can seal it if you want when you're working on these home decor type projects. And on glass, I would probably seal it with a spray, especially if you're going to be handling it a lot. All right, so I have it pretty well. I'm just pouncing a little bit more on. I just want to see if that will make it a bit bolder. And again, you could totally mix colors on these, like I did on the paper. But just for simple design purposes, we'll just do the blue one. And then you peel it off. And your design is going to magically be on there. Now, I know it's harder to pick this up on glass than it is on paper, but I wanted to show you how cool it is that these stencils can go all the way around these curves. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I'm just sticking my stencil on the side of my work table. I want to clean my fingers real quickly. If I hold this, hopefully the light will catch this design and you'll be able to see how beautiful that is. And look how, there's no leakage, there's no seepage because that stencil sticks to this surface. So the product that you're adding on top only goes where you want it to go. How cool is that? So that was a redesign with Prima Wax and the Calypso stencil. And again, you can add it on metal, wood, glass, any surface at all, really. All right, that is, I love that. And then you can fill that with candies. It's a great way to use up your glass jars you were gonna toss in the recycling bin. Don't do that. Fancy them up a little bit with some of these stencils and waxes and then put some candies in there. Okay, are you guys ready for the next one? We've kind of waxed everyone out here. Okay, I have another technique, and this one I love, 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 love. Okay, so you know Finn came out with 2 new pastes. So she came out with Unicorn and Golden Nugget in January. Okay, and of course they work with stencils. Oh my gosh, look at my towel. It's really pretty. I hate to throw it away because it's so shimmery, but that's my brush cleaning towel. So I've been trying to clean as I go. What we're gonna do now is show how you can take any of Finnabair's pastes and apply them over these stencils and create a raised 3D effect that is just stunning. Okay, which one do I want to use first? What do you guys want? We can use, oh my gosh, there's so many. You know, I've been going already for almost an hour and I still have so many things to show you. So we won't do as many with the Golden Nugget. Look at that. And the Unicorn paste. It's very magical. It's actually totally sheer, but I had used a stencil with a little bit of wax that hadn't dried when I added it on this one, and it pulled some of that wax color. So that's a really cool technique that I discovered by accident. And there's Golden Nugget. And then here's the Golden Nugget that I watercolored on top of. So lots of cool techniques and ideas. Let me go ahead and get one set up here. I think I'm gonna do Unicorn paste. And you know why? Because I have one of the stencils with wax on that it might just pull up and add a little bit of color on here. So the one we just used, hello, let's see if it's long enough. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna press it down with a paper towel just so I don't get my hands all dirty. And it's okay. Oh, look, I'm already putting the blue on there. Well, this just shows you how you can get tons of, and this may be a technique I developed right here. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. Because I was dabbing it on the glass because I didn't want to rub off too much, it left enough on there that I got this really cool watercolor effect. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so soft. Oh, we need to save this one. This is an accident one, but it's a beautiful accident. Let's just go ahead and put a new one down. All right, so we have this, and we're gonna just stick this down. Hopefully it's straight, but honestly, I've not been very straight today at all. Okay, it's on there, and we're going to take the unicorn paste. And this is brand new. It is in stores. No, I've been using this a ton, so pretend it looks glamorous inside. It's one of those products that doesn't look as glamorous on the inside until it dries. And I'm going to use a spread pal. Now, this is a Redesign product. They're silicone applicators. They are great. They give you just enough to get on your product, and they smooth away perfectly. Now, I used to be a big fan of using my hotel keys, the room keys, but I am sold on the spread pals now. It's all I use. So you can see this is kind of chunky and magical, right? And honestly, when you're working with these stick and style stencils, you can put the product on as thin, see how thin that is, or as thick as you want. I'm just trying to get it out here. The thicker it is with the unicorn paste, the more chunks you're gonna get, those unicorn chunks. And I just have to say, because when I was demoing this at the shows, I did tell everyone there were no unicorns hurt in the production of this paste. Everyone thought that was so funny. I told my granddaughter that, and she looked at me like, Nana, unicorns are not real. And I said, then where did we get this paste from? Which left her a little baffled. We did not hurt any unicorns, but I'm thinking unicorns might be real. They are so fun and so magical, just like this paste. So this is a messier application. So when I peel this up, this is one of those that you would want to wipe off and, with a wet wipe, and then let your stick and style dry. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Now, I don't like to waste product. I could easily take this, put it on another piece of paper, and just use what's on there and get a whole nother tag made. So that's another idea. Let me just stick that up there to dry. And there's your unicorn paste. Now that is not going to stay, it's going to dry sheer, okay? Like that. So this is the Calypso, and that is, I keep forgetting my names of my stick and style stencils. Sorry. This one is, let me grab it. Tea Rose Garden. See how pretty that is? All right, so unicorn paste, golden nugget paste, they both work beautifully with the stick and style stencils. You see the golden nugget has like black and gold and brown glimmer in there. All right, so those are two products that you can get right now. The golden nugget and the unicorn paste, they're by Finnabair, and they're in stores now. So those are two you absolutely must have. All right, who would like to see more? I know this is going to be a long show. I have so many fun ideas, and it's not really me, it's the product. There are so many cool products that we can use with these stick and style stencil rolls. I almost hate wiping the unicorn paste off and wasting it. So cute. All right. Okay, so someone's asking about the stick and style. It comes in a, hang on, 15 yards. It is a lot. But again, share it with a friend. It's amazing. You'll find yourself using this over and over and over again. So we need to do one with our little seashells next. Let me find another tag. Okay, what do we want to do with this one? I have chalk paste or I have icing paste. Which one do you guys want to see? They're similar in that they're both pastes. The chalk paste is a Redesign product. It is so cool. It gives you a chalky finish. Let me just get this up. This probably is my favorite color, the Dusty Plum. It pairs really well with Roycroft Rose. Okay, see that? Beautiful. That is gonna give you a matte chalk-like finish, where the Icing Paste by Finnabair is gonna give you a glimmery, shimmery finish. So two totally different looks, but they work exactly the same. Let's try chalk paste. You guys want to see that? I'm gonna pull out the rose with that one, and let's go ahead and do this little seashell. We're gonna go this way. Can you guys see that okay right there? All right. I like to take just a little bit extra so that I can stick my project down on my work surface. Alrighty. Now what is that one called? This one right here is Eastern Fountain. It's really cute. It's not really a seashell. I don't know why I call it that. All right, we're gonna get a little messy. We're gonna use our spread pals with these two colors. Now these come with a plastic sealer just to keep the paint really moist for you. I'm gonna pull out my small, oh, you guys wanted the icing paste. See, I asked a question and then I didn't even pay attention. I'm sorry. I can try that next, okay? I'll do this quickly. So you just want to take a little tiny bit and just start spreading it. Now, two ways to use the chalk paste. You can spread it on with a spread pal, or you can stencil it on with a stencil brush, and you're going to get a softer, feathery look with the stencil brush, and you're going to get a thicker application with this spread pal. And again, you can wipe all that extra off. You see, I only took a tiny little bit and I'm putting half of it back. There we go. And this is the Roycroft Rose. Now, when I put that lid back on, I like to just wipe it. This is just a tip so that it opens up nicely the next time. So there's nothing in it. Now, I've been traveling with these. I flew with these. So, you know how that is when your luggage is tossed all over. And they didn't leak. They look great. Now I'm adding, I put the wrong lid on that one. This one is actually Dusty Plum. And I love how these two work together. They're such pretty colors. Okay, I'm blending this middle a little bit, probably too much, because I wanted to create like an ombre effect. But if you push really hard, obviously you're going to try and it could push the product underneath. Let me switch those lids. I cannot believe I did that. Okay, Roycroft Rose, Dusty Plum. And we are going to go ahead and pull this up now. Now this is paste, so it is definitely thicker. It's not going to be like 3D, but you could definitely use a 3D gel on this too. You're going to get a bit more texture, and you can't really see it, but it's just a bit thicker than the waxes. The wax is really flat. This is also flat, but you get just a bit more dimension with this. And this is going to dry with a chalk-like finish. So it's amazing. If you don't want everything glimmery and shimmery, try the chalk paste. These are Redesign, and they are available in so many pretty colors. And again, if you're cleaning your stencil, you could totally just put this on your art journal or something and get that design transferred. See what's going to happen. It's going to put some onto another tag or something like that. Okay, so somebody wanted to see the icing paste. I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm going to pop out one really quickly. Let's go ahead and use, you know what, I'm going to reuse one. because these are reusable. What is on the back? I feel like, okay, I stuck this one on something. That's really old, that one. Let me get the one I used today. All right. So this is the original floral one. Cornell Garden. I love this one. It has no defined edges, so to me it's more free-flowing. We're gonna take our icing paste, and you know what? I may just use maybe just 2 colors. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that. And that's the difference. Any paste that Finn has is gonna have different properties and attributes to it. So you're going to get totally different results depending on what you use. So the icing paste is going to be shimmery and glimmery. It's thick, so it does look different than the wax once it's put on here. I'm gonna just mix this up. I've been doing like 1 color on one side, and then this one I'm just gonna randomly put my colors down. And then I'll come in with the silver and catch the rest, okay? So let's wipe that off. There's so much paste in these jars. Oh my goodness, I don't know how you're ever gonna use them all. You're just gonna have to play like this and create like 30 tags at once. And seriously, that is not hard to do. You pull out all your Prima products and you just start playing, and before you know it, you have a bunch of tag backgrounds. And you know, people ask, what do you do with your tag backgrounds? Well, I make tags with them. You can do to and from and put them on a gift bag or a gift, you know, a wrap present. I use a lot of these on gift bags. Add some flowers, and they're beautiful. All right, here we go. Now this is the icing paste, and all I did was kind of blend those two randomly. I'm gonna set that back down, and look at that. I hope the camera can catch the light and the glimmer on this. Now people are asking, once you use the stencil, what do? I wipe them off if it has paste on it, and I stick it on the side of my surface. Once it dries, I roll it back up on my roll. You can use it 7 to 10 times. You can store them on a piece of plastic if you want. You can lay them flat in, I don't like storing them on paper, because it's going to pull those fibers up. So you want to store them rolled up, and they can roll up on themselves very easily. Let me show you. I actually have some. Let me try and find. I usually just roll them up on themselves. Okay, I'm trying to find my ones from January. I was creating a bunch of projects back in January, and I took all my used ones. Now I don't know what I did with them, but I did. I took it, and once it was totally dry on the front, I just rolled it back up on itself, and I kept rolling all my used pieces, so I can pull those out at any time. Here they are, and they're almost dry, and they're still very sticky. So those are just 3 from today. Someone asked if you can separate them with wax paper or parchment. Absolutely. I would stick them on a glossy surface so that the stickiness is preserved. I think that works the best. They were made to roll up on themselves, of course, because that's how they come, which is great. I'm still looking for my roll that I had. Well, anyway, I did roll all my used ones up on themselves from January, and I still use them. I unroll them. And like this, because you don't want to toss them. You can if you want, but the point was to reuse these over and over. Okay, so I just have a couple samples to show you, and We're gonna move these. And if you stick them on top of each other, it may pull some of that paste off from that one and then get stuck on there. So it's totally up to you how you want to store the used ones. I seriously just hang them off the side of my work table. And my work table's laminate, so I just stick the very top on and they kind of hang off the side and they stay there till I want to play with them again. Okay, so let me show you some of the different ideas we didn't get to today because I need to wrap it up soon, and I think these are just additional ideas that you could try if you don't like working with messy mixed media, you don't want to do waxes, you could try other art mediums. You could try, hang on just a second, I'm going to unzip some of these. So these right here were painted with our concentrated watercolors. Now, how cool are these? So I just use a tiny little tray in our water brush. I put a drop or two in there. I laid that down the stick and style and I colored it. Now that is very wet. You might get some seepage, but if you don't mind that, it's not seeping because of the stencil, it's soaking down into the fibers of the watercolor paper. Because the paper's really thick. So look at that. So that's using the Art Philosophy concentrated watercolors, which are gorgeous. And those come in so many different colors. And I was really hoping to show you all of these today, but I would be here for probably 3 hours. You can also use, let's see what else I've used. And you know what I did when I made my samples? I wrote on the back what I used so that I can't remember what I use sometimes, but it's important to know so you can make your own sample tags, put them on a ring, and then when you're ready to make projects, you can flip through and go, oh, I want to do watercolors today. Here's what I used. Okay, so this one is very different. It's a bit glimmery and shimmery, and that one was metallic accents. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Someone said they're gonna sit here and watch for 3 hours. Okay, I'd probably lose my voice, but I would totally do it. So this one I used Cornell Garden stick and style, and I used these metallic accents. Now this is an Art Philosophy product. It's like watercolor, but it's not quite as sheer. So I think it's a really unique product. It gives you a watercolor effect, but it has a bit of glimmer, and it's not as, you can control how wet it is. That's maybe a better way to put it. I've used these to color resins, wood, metal, where watercolor wouldn't work on that. So that's another idea. These are metallic accents. They're in our Art Philosophy line, and they're really inexpensive. Okay, there's 2 sets of those. This is the regular one. We also have a pastel. Let's see, I probably did, oh, these were with Color Bloom sprays. Now, the wetter you get, the more the watercolor paper is going to soak it in. So, my trial and error with this is I put the stick and style on there. I sprayed, and then I pulled it up. I should have let it, you know, dabbed it off and let it dry on there and seen what it did. But you can use sprays over these. You're going to get a really cool watercolor effect. All right, this one, I used our watercolor confections. Let me grab one. Oh, it happens to be the Tropicals, which is what I think I used. So watercolor confections are also in our Art Philosophy line. These are one of our best sellers. They're beautiful, and we have so many different collections now with the different colors. And that's all I did. I put the stick and style on here. I did the Calypso Lattice, and I watercolored. And what a cute way to get a fun design like that. It's like a resist. Okay, next up, I do not know what I did. These were our Art Philosophy ink refills. I think I have one. I'm not sure. So we have refills. They look similar to the concentrated watercolors, but they are refills for our ink pads, okay? And you can totally watercolor with those. You can hand letter. I just put them over the Stick and Style stencil and went to town coloring with a water brush. And then this last one, okay, so these are oil pastels. This is also an Art Philosophy product, and these are water soluble. So they're not your normal oil pastels. They're beautiful crayons. We've had these for a couple years now. You could totally scribble. Let me just do that. You can use these in like 10 different ways, and that's why I love them. I have so much stuff out on my table now. I hope you guys love all of these ideas. Let me grab one that I can just stick on here quickly. So the oil pastels, oh my gosh, they're so versatile. You could totally just take the crayon and color straight on here, and you're using the stencil, you know, as your guide. You're not going to color outside the lines like that, okay? Or you can come in here. I gotta smooth that back out so there's no air bubbles. With your water brush, you can take that same crayon, color on like a piece of plastic. You can pick that color up with a water brush. Now Prima makes those too. And then add your color that way. Isn't that fun? And that's a great way to make unique colors, or just pick the color straight up off the tip. You can see the variance in color between direct. Look, I'm just coming in here to blend this now. And picking it up off the tip, they're gonna be different shades like that. To clean your Prima water brush, you simply squeeze a tiny bit on your paper towel and it will get all the color out of there, and you're good to go picking up your next color. And I really love picking it off of the plastic because I feel like you can get, look at that. You can make your own custom colors. I'm just gonna stick this on here. And let's say that green is just not doing it for me. I can then go in here with the oil pastels. I scribbled it on this plastic. I'm gonna pick those up together and I'm gonna make my own unique colors. Now, this is oil pastel. They're water soluble. There's so many, oh my gosh, so many ideas with those. They're one of my favorite products. You don't have to be an artist to use them. And they're water soluble. They're beautiful. And that's what this, okay, which one was it? I lost it now. Well, one of them was this one. Is the oil pastel, just applied with the water brush over the Stick and Style stencil, and you get a bit of feathering, but that's what makes the watercolor look so beautiful. So anytime you're gonna watercolor with the Stick and Style, personally, I would take a new piece because you really want that stuck down strong. Now I'm reusing one I used 3 times already. Take a new piece and you're gonna get gorgeous results. All right, so Art Philosophy, we use liquid watercolors, oil pastels, our watercolor confections, our metallic accents. Let me just show you some of those. They were all different kinds of ideas for different results. Just think of where you could bring these ideas and what you could put them on. Mixed media, cards, tags, your journal. Seriously, you have so much fun with this. So those were the Art Philosophy. And then I didn't even get to this one. Oh my gosh, these are brilliant. These are 3D gel mixed with Finnabair's brand new liquid acrylics. Okay, so I mixed it up and then applied it with the Spread Pal. The liquid acrylics are super concentrated, so you're getting this deep, rich color. Totally different effect. These were with the liquid watercolors with 3D paste. So you can see the variants. Liquid watercolors, liquid acrylics. Am I really throwing a lot at you guys? Okay, so that's those. And earlier we went, these are some that we made. Remember that was the boo-boo? Like I wiped off the wax with a paper towel and made that really soft, elegant backdrop. And this one was, see, I already forgot. What did I use? Finn's Waxes. That's why I need to write on them. This is the Golden Nugget paste. That is the Unicorn paste. Another Golden Nugget. And a couple unicorns. So pastes work really well. All right. I know I have some drying. This one is icing paste. Now these are some I had done previously just so you can get an idea of the colors. And then if you want a grungy look, you can brush on some artisan powder on top of that. Those were the exact same tag, but I added artisan on top of this one. Actually, I think Rika did. I was playing with Rika with these products and she came up with some brilliant ideas. Now these are all waxes. Some are Redesign. Actually, all of these right here are. And some are going to be Finnabair's. And you can see the variants, the colors, the designs. I mean, seriously. All right, what was your favorite product used with the stick and style? Did you like the wax, the paste, the chalk paste? I didn't even show those. I have a ton of samples because I've been demoing them. This one we made today. That is an icing paste, so scoot that over. Here's chalk paste. A very soft matte effect. Look at all of these. And some of these are brushed on with a stencil and some are put on with the Spread Pal. Okay. Tell me which one was your favorite. And then I'm going to wrap up. So this was the Stick and Style stencil. And what we did is we paired it with a ton of different Prima products. So the Stick and Style stencil roll, it's a sticky stencil that comes on this big roll. And they are available now. They are a Redesign product, but as you can see, you can use them on so many different elements. You can use them and wrap them around. We wrapped around this book. We did the glass jar today. So many cool ideas for using these. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for sticking it out so long with me. I'll come on after we're done and answer any questions. All right, do you see all those? Let me move the actual thing so you can get some of the effect. I think close up. Look at that, isn't that brilliant? That's the icing paste. So hopefully you guys were inspired. Get some of these products, try them out, and then let us see them. Tag us on Instagram, Facebook, and I try to share on Instagram stories anyone that tags our projects on there. So tag Prima Marketing Inc. and I'll try to re-share any of your projects that you made with this. All right, thanks guys.